I'm out here in the Singapore rainforest looking for animals to photograph. But since it's midday and it's super hot and all the animals are hiding, I thought I'd just take the time to share a review on this, which is the IFootage Cobra 3 Monopod, something that I've been using on a regular basis when I go out photographing and filming animals. So IFootage has been so kind to send me this copy, and I've been using this monopod for a month, maybe 2 months now, and I've been loving it so far. It's been with me on every single trip that I go out to photograph and film these wildlife in Singapore, and I'm looking to even bring this overseas during my upcoming Borneo trip. So one thing you gotta know about me is that I absolutely love monopods for wildlife photography and filmmaking. There are 3 different routes that you could go. You could go the tripod route, the monopod route, or the handheld route, right? So for the tripods, generally I find that they're a bit more cumbersome, they're a bit more bulky, and they're not as mobile when you want to move from place to place. And with regards to handheld, of course, it's going to be super shaky when you're trying to take any kind of video at all. And I've been using monopods for the longest time. So when IFootage sent me this monopod to review, I was extremely excited because I've heard so many great things about it, and it definitely lived up to its expectations. So a little bit more about this monopod. This monopod is the carbon fiber version. It doesn't come with a foot pedal, unlike the other version that IFootage also came up with. But this is good enough for me because I usually just shoot on uneven terrain, and I really need this adjustable knob at the bottom here to level my monopod. This monopod also comes with the Komodo K5S fluid head, which I think is a good enough fluid head for most users, and I'm using a Z6 II with a 200 to 500 lens on it. It's kind of heavy, but I think it's been handling the weight very well on this fluid head. Now, some of the things that I really like about this monopod, firstly, of course, it's extremely light compared to some of the other kinds of monopods that I've tested in the past. And one of the most interesting features that I really like is how you can actually put the head directly onto the bottom foot here in just a couple of seconds. So let me just quickly show you that to get some low angle footage of wildlife. So right now I've just got the regular monopod set up, but if I want to film an animal that's really low, then all I gotta do is actually just this. First, take out the head, take out the body here, and attach this. Pops right in. You can still adjust the levels at the bottom here, and now I've got like a mini hi-hat setup that I can put my camera on to photograph and film animals that are low to the floor, which is kind of what you want to do in wildlife photography because you want to get on the eye level or even slightly lower than the animal itself. This is an extremely useful feature that I found very handy to get low angle shots, and I've been using it a lot to get these amazing shots of animals here in the jungle. So you can see that even in this low mode right here, this allows me to get extremely low to my subjects, and I can still do very smooth pans and tilts with this hi-hat system. So another thing I really like about this monopod is actually to do with this adjustable knob right here. So right now, if I'm on uneven terrain like I am on a slope at the moment, what I want to do is I can just use my foot, unlock it this way, and now the whole thing swivels, and then when I get to the position that I like, I can just slide my foot forward and lock it in place, and now it's not going anywhere. This has been really fast and convenient for me to use as well. One of the other great features but less commonly used by myself is actually the height of the monopod. So as you can see right here, the monopod actually has 3 different stages, and you can actually unlock. This is a flip system, which I much prefer compared to the twist lock system because it's you can guarantee that something is either locked or unlocked. So if I were to unclip all these 3 clips right here, I can actually get a pretty high setup. So let me just move back so that I'm in frame. As you can see, it's significantly taller than me. I think this goes up to maybe 1.9 meters, something like that. And you know, if I'm really short myself, so there's no real point for me going up so high. But if you actually do need a high angle or a top-down view of something, then this will definitely come in extra handy. So if you look at the base of the monopod here, you have these 3 aluminium feet that are keeping the monopod extremely stable. And actually I found that even putting my Z6 II and 200-500 lens on it, on a monopod and then I just walk away from it, it will not fall down. So this is actually an extremely stable platform for you to put your camera on. So as you can see right here, I actually have the camera mounted on the monopod, and it's completely just by itself, right, without anyone supporting it. And I'm completely confident in its ability to just hold it like that in this position. And so I can kind of leave it like a tripod, or just move away and go and get something done while leaving the camera in this position for a short period of time. Now the good thing about these legs are that they are actually adjustable in terms of the height. So if you were to press this catch right here, you can actually adjust if you want something a little bit higher, just like that, or something a little bit lower, right? But if you don't want the legs entirely, so if you think that the legs are too bulky, they're in the way, or they're too heavy, there's actually a little secret that you can do over here, and that is that underneath here you've got this rubber attachment. So I could take this rubber attachment out right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unclip, and I can actually screw this rubber attachment into the end, just like so. So now you can do away with these legs and just use the monopod like that. On any kind of surface, I think that would just be fine, completely fine. And of course the good thing is that this rubber attachment is replaceable, so if this ever gets damaged, you can simply just buy another one and just screw onto the bottom of this again. So the way I usually carry the monopod when I'm out and about in the field is just like that. I just grab the monopod, pop it over my shoulder, and just go for a walk like so. And if I happen to see something interesting, I can just put down my monopod just like that and go grab the shot. So it's fairly convenient and quick to use. The base plate for the Komodo K5S is also Manfrotto 501 compatible, so those of you who have similar fluid heads with similar base plates can basically swap out your base plates with this fluid head. So at the end of the day, this IFootage Cobra 3 monopod has helped me significantly in my life as a wildlife photographer and videographer, and I absolutely recommend this monopod to anyone who needs something light, mobile, yet sturdy for their photo and video work.